Hi everyone, I'm Pranita and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to be learning how to make healthy fish sliders. So let's get started. So these are some of the ingredients you're going to need for this dish. Here are some mini sub rolls. These are ciabatta rolls that I'm using today. You can use baguette. You can either make them as a small sliders or a big sandwich. Going to the fish, here I'm using frozen tilapia fillets that I get it like this. Usually I would use a fresh fillet tilapia, but since I couldn't get them this time, I like using the frozen ones instead of getting it from the produce section, because the produce section one usually you have to be careful while selecting those. You want to make sure that it doesn't have a very fishy smell. That means the fish is going bad. And to defrost the fish, I put them in a water like this and defrost it in the microwave. My microwave has defrosting settings for the fish as well, so I'm gonna be defrosting the fish like that. Now these are the ingredients that you're going to need for making the sauce for these sliders. Here I have some pickles, about a tablespoon of them chopped up, and I have a couple of tablespoons of raw onion chopped up nicely, and I have some a clove of garlic. I'm using about the size of this clove, because when you're adding raw garlic you don't want to add too much, because when you bite into it, it tends to be a really intense garlic flavor, so you want to add a little bit. That gives a nice touch to it. And I'm going to be adding a little bit of salt. You can use any kind of pickles that you like, and also I'm going to be using 1/4 cup of mayonnaise and about a teaspoon or a couple of teaspoons of lime juice. To marinate the fish, we are going to be just using salt, pepper and olive oil. These are the only three seasonings that I'm going to be using for seasoning the fish once it's defrosted. Now let's just go ahead and make the sauce already. All I need to do is just put about 1/4 cup of mayo. You can add little or more, but this is a messy sauce, so you're gonna just love this one. So just dump right in, and I love it this way. You can use it for any kind of sandwiches. We're gonna squeeze some lime juice as well. We added garlic, onions, pickles, and just a little bit. Okay, there you go, and a pinch of salt, and that's it. So all I'm gonna do is just give it a good stir. The thing with the mayonnaise is that it has to be refrigerated. So once you make your sauce, if you are not planning on doing your sliders right away, you just want to pop it back in the fridge, cover it and pop it back in the fridge, and that's it. So here I have the fish that is done defrosting, and I just took a paper towel and damped all over the surface. You don't want like a watery layer to the fish before you start to marinate it, because you want the salt and the pepper to stick nicely to the fish. I didn't have to use the microwave to defrost the fish. It just defrosted on its own just in the water, so you can change the water just a couple of times and that would help the fish defrost nicely. And now the defrosting is done. I have a nice grill pan heating up here and it's getting nice and hot. So we're gonna go ahead and marinate the fish on one side, and I'm gonna put the marinated side on the pan, and then we're gonna marinate the other side on the pan itself. I also slit the ciabatta rolls into half, and I'm gonna add some olive oil to it, and we're gonna grill these as well. So let's go ahead and start with the marination of the fish. This pan, I just absolutely love it. I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil, some pepper to the fish, and also sprinkle in salt. When you're adding salt, what you want to do is just make sure that you're covering each and every inch of the fish until the edges. And once it's marinated like this, we're just gonna go ahead and place it in the center. You want to hear that sizzle? You get great grill marks when the pan is nice and hot, and don't move the fish right away. Tilapia is a very flaky fish, so if you start moving it, it's gonna flake up on you. So just let it sit and it's gonna let it go. I'm gonna let the fish cook on medium-high heat for about couple of minutes on each side. And once the fish is done, we are gonna cut up the fish and grill the ciabatta rolls as well. So to flip the fish, what you wanna do is just move it around, and it's been a couple of minutes on one side, and then it's ready to be turned. Since we didn't add much oil, so it's moving, so this side is a little bit on the flaky side, so you want to start going it all the way. Use a nice spatula like this and go ahead and flip. There you go. And you see those wonderful grill marks? You want to get that. And while the fish is getting done, I'm also going to add the ciabatta rolls that I oiled. I drizzled a little bit of olive oil, and you want to just place it on the other sides of the pan while excuse me, while the fish is cooking. So I'm gonna let the fish cook for a couple of more minutes, and once it's done, it's time to assemble everything. So the fish has been done grilling, and I've grilled the ciabatta rolls as well, and I've placed the bottom rolls on this serving platter. And this is a great way to entertain your guests. So you can have a sandwich party and you can let your guests build up the sandwiches themselves. So here I have the fish fillet. I didn't cut it yet so that I can show you guys how I would actually cut it. So down there, oh, I just love the grill marks on this fish. So each and every sandwich is gonna get a piece of fish like this, about the size of the sandwich. So to build a sandwich, the way I like to do it is just put the sauce, this chunky, amazing, garlicky mayonnaise sauce. I like a lot of sauce. You can add a little bit to a lot depending on how much you like. I like to make my sandwich a little bit messy, and that's how my family likes it as well. And then place the fish. So the sauce and the fish are nicely together. So just place the fish gently. Here I have some bell peppers, couple of them. I just love the flavor of fresh crunchy bell pepper in there. And I've cut up the lettuce about the size of the sub rolls, maybe a little bit bigger. And you can grill the fish in advance if you are planning on entertaining your guests this way. And you can make the sauce ahead of time. All you need to do is just grill up some bread so that they are nice and warm, and just put an assembly line so that they know what goes in order. You place the sauce first and then the fish, and this way they can build their own sandwiches nicely. And voila, there you go. There you have a healthy mini slider. So here are the sliders ready to be served. Thanks for watching. You can find this recipe and many more at booklesscooking.com. Thank you.